Yeah, you seem like it.
Really fucking busy for what's been going on in the world. You follow me? I picked up a voiceover for a kid show, a Nickelodeon show.
Nice.
I picked up another audition for a animated pilot. I picked up another voiceover. I picked up a regular audition for one of my favorite shows. I hope it goes. It's been fucking. I can't complain. I'm talking to the writer. Hopefully Wednesday, get that party started.
That's really awesome.
And I do the podcast with you. Boom, I'm good.
That's a
Living
great
like
week.
a laughing gas keeps me in fucking potato chips and smoking the best reefer out there. They sent me these edibles. I didn't bring them in with me. Oh my God, these tremendous edibles. They come in different flavors and shit. The other day I took like 3 of them, not knowing. I didn't know they wanted 75 milligrams.
Oh shit.
I took 4 of them because they taste really fucking good. And I took 4 of them, and I was talking to George, and he goes, bro, I ate half of one. I'm still fucked up. And I'm like, I ate 4 of them. And then that night, I remember I came home yesterday, and there was at one point that I put ice on my leg, and I sat down and was watching something. It wasn't football, though. And last night before I went to bed, I went into my Whoop, and I went to log in that I was going to sleep, and it logged in a nap for 40 minutes. It was when I had the ice in my fucking foot because the edibles took me somewhere. Like they took you so fast. You know what I'm saying? Like they went, and then it just dropped me into a fucking.
I've been there a couple of times. What, like, is it a gummy? Is it a chocolate? What is it?
Gummies.
Oh
50
shit,
calories
nice.
a piece. I'll save you some. You know what I'm saying? We'll fucking
Oh.
go. We'll mix them with the ABX.
Well, I need them because I went to go get some tonight, but I went and got my my medical license here in Mass today after work. It was one of the craziest. I can't believe I forgot to tell you, but this dude was very nice. He was like a 70-something, 80-year-old doctor, and he was giving me like a history lesson on marijuana, but not the hard one, but like the medium one. He said the N-word twice. Like he like not the hard one, but like the one that's still not great. He was telling me the history about it and saying like the doctors just like the whoever that guy was, Reefer Madness. They said the black people were the only ones who smoked it, and then he just dropped that word twice, and I was like, I had to sit there because I wanted my medical license, but I didn't know what to do. I just didn't. I just keep nodding.
Just yes and that. You're right. Yeah. Good. You're right.
Oh,
I haven't seen Reefer Madness since I was like fucking 14.
no.
No. You got to be like 13 with a propeller on your head to watch that nonsense. It's like black and white. It's got its moments, but no. It's nobody's Academy Award winner by far.
And I just miss the doctors in LA. Like I went to one on Ventura. I spent more time in the waiting room than I did with the doctor. The doctor took 3 seconds.
Yeah, he takes your blood pressure. He makes believe he gives a fuck.
Not this guy. 20 minutes on terpenes.
Yeah, no, it was great in LA. The first time I got my license, it was like 30 minutes. He talks to you, he's trying to cover the spread. He's asking you for the small 200. Ooh. He's asking you for the small 200. The first license I got was the small 200. And then the next time I re-upped, it was like $99.
Fuck.
Then it was $49 all day long. Then it was $29 with a free hat.
And now you don't have to go anywhere. You can do it on your phone.
I guess.
Yeah, that's how I did it.
Me, I mind my fucking business. I don't know nothing. My friend goes to LA. He comes back. He drops a little fucking handkerchief off. It's got a couple buds in it. And I live happily, month to month.
Absolutely.
I'm not going off the rails. I'm not smoking blunts. I do the freeze pipe, 3 times a day, morning, late afternoon, and 10:30, nappy noon time.
That's not bad.
No, that's not bad. And the edibles, that's why I can't believe I ate them. And tonight I'm not. I'm in there. I think I gotta do some things. I'm in there, but I'm not locked in like then, you know. You know how we do it, player.
Oh, I can tell. No. You're doing okay. You're doing a lot better than most people at 1,000 milligrams.
Yeah, 1,000 plus, because I ate the chocolate bar, the 2,500 bar. I ate the one for, so it's got like maybe four things. I ate it's 16 pieces. Remember, we did the math already. It's like 60
Right.
milligrams a piece. I ate four, so that's another 240. You know, who you think you're dealing with? Some fucking novice here? I'm doing a fucking check-in. I got to be tip-top Magoo. I don't show up like other people.
Fuck no.
You couldn't find edibles. You don't know what happened. The doctor, you know, they only sell 10s over there.
That's why I had to get my license, because they only sell 5s.
5. So you ate 20 of them?
I had last week. That's why last week I finished up the ABX you gave me.
You don't fucking tell me.
Well, because then you said I got 2. I'm trying to. I had 10 tonight. I had 50. But yeah, I did 10 gummies.
That's great. That's great. You could be eating fucking fentanyl light and shit. You don't know what you eat.
Fentanyl. What is fentanyl? Oh my god. What is fentanyl light? Oh,
that's what they give you. They give you fentanyl fucking full. You know what I'm saying? They got fentanyl light, fentanyl medium, and fentanyl nappy nunu.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
So be careful, sucker.
I'm doing my best.
All right. What performances do you have this week?
This week I have Wednesday night at Off the Rails in Worcester. And then Thursday through Saturday, I'm at the Kansas City Improv with Josh Wolf.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm so excited. It's going to be great.
That's a great club. I think the lady's still there that runs it.
That'd be great.
Send them my love. She's good people. There was a dude there named Kevin. That's good people. You know.
It's crazy that you remember.
What's that?
That's crazy that you remember all these names.
You have to, man. You know, after a while, it's so weird. Grunts who know how to work for laughter. They're not the best looking guys. You're not going to get no fucking hosts out of there. You know, America's Funniest Videos was 30 years ago with Bob Saget. It's not going to be pretty, and it's not going to be clean, but they're going to give you 100%. And I know this because just being at the store would make me go on sets, and it would make me feel the same way. I got to show these motherfuckers who I am. It got you in that mindset. And that's how I've always felt about it, whether people agree with me or they fucking don't. Look at the people that came out of the store. Look at the people before me that came out of the store, from Hicks to Kennison to Dice. Just that combination right there tells you that comedy store was developed for savages like myself. People who don't give a fuck. People that either they could have been a comedian, a criminal in a prison, or a mental patient. That's the 3 outlooks of people like me. But I knew that going in. So,
and what was the most likely one?
Suck my dick and call me shorty. I was born in 1940. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it.
And how does this make you relate to Shane?
When I saw Shane on Saturday night on an American fucking stage, the biggest fucking television show on a Saturday, it reminded me that he was bringing comedy back single-handedly. He reminded everybody what I already fucking knew. Listen, man, I love that I joined jiu-jitsu 10 years ago. And I fucked around with it, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was scared. And the bottom line it was very hard. It was very hard. And you know, Lee, I do everything. I would fucking lift weights. You were right there with me. And it's hard work. And that's why I stuck to it, because it reminds you of whenever somebody says to me, well, he's got a Taekwondo background or boxing background. When they say jiu-jitsu, and he's got 2 stripes on his black belt, that's a 6-year black belt or whatever the fuck it is, right? This guy's worked for that. I could see that guy in a gym on a Saturday with the windows fogged up, you know, and fucking he's in there wrestling. on puddles of fucking sweat. I know what it takes to do that. I always loved my comedy career because I saw too many people that went to Montreal, got a big deal, came to LA and ate a bag of dicks and then never saw them again. And then afterward, then it became the YouTube people and all these people that I love when people just go do stand-up and they think they're going to go out there and do it. Listen, you're going to get some laughs. But the 20 years I put in, with 30, I started hitting when I was 50. The 20 years I put in before I hit, that alone would have killed most people.
Right.
Because it just wasn't stand up and I had checks coming to me. It was stand up with a divorce and anger issues and fucking being broke. And it was a ton of shit that I couldn't do without stand up. Stand up was the only beacon in this fucking death that I was creating for myself. But I know one thing, like that's why when I do videos or when I'm on a set, I take pride that I'm fucking good at what I'm doing. They don't have to tell me twice. You don't even have to tell me. You don't even have to tell me. I'll be there without you telling me. And I got that from being at that store. But it was because I would look at the people that rocked the house in front of me before that. David Letterman was the store guy. Bob Saget, God rest his soul, was the store guy. Jim Carrey. I fucking loved that. And every time, as a comic, every time I walked in there, I felt like I was in a church. It was my church,
It was, and I think it came out right as we left LA, but that store documentary on Showtime was fucking awesome.
It was very good. It was very, I'm just happy they highlighted the store. They let people know what was really going on there. But listen, that's every comedy club that you've ever worked at. Every comedy club has their highs and their lows, and then a star comes out of there. Somebody goes to LA and makes it big, and it's such a fucking great feeling. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that a lot of people learned something from Saturday night. These fucking critics and these internet critics and all these people who think they have the right to, well, Shane's joke failed miserably in a fucking room. You weren't even in the fucking room, bitch.
And it didn't sound like it was like it sounded like, unless they like did something, but it sounded great. And then
it didn't matter, dog. He made his fucking point. And some of the sketches he was in was a little. When my wife went upstairs, the only fucking problem I had was later on, it got a little raunchy, and my daughter was still up with me. And I was hoping the 12 o'clock honeymooners episode was good, but the fucking 12:30 wasn't. So I couldn't keep it there. So I had no choice but to go back to fucking
Saturday Night Live.
Saturday Night Live. But that was the only complaint I had when they fucked the plastic doll or something. Her little head looked like, it looked like it was going to blow the fuck up.
Oh my God. I would have no idea what to do with that at 11. But I only made it, I made it through a couple of the sketches. I thought we watched the monologue at the club, which was great. And it was dying. It was killing in the room. But like as a young comic, what I take from it is like, I'm sure Shane would have done great if they got to be on SNL. But I don't even think he can argue that his career is 1,000 times better than it would have been.
Better, without no communism in it. Without having somebody looking over you. You get drunk in New York, NBC gets a call. No, I don't want that. I'm as free as a bird. And when comedians realize that, listen, man, Eddie Griffin told me the greatest story of all time, the greatest thing. He said, you got into comedy not to have a job.
Yeah. And Shane, I don't know if you saw, but they announced he has a TV show today and another special.
Yeah. That's it. Game one. It's over. All the people who, he hates. Listen, I've always told you something. Money talks and bullshit walks. Money talks and bullshit walks. Now, what I hope is this shows the country that you have no idea how hard.
If you wanted to, could you have had like a career going around the country in like a karate suit, doing like weird karate comedy? Like,
if I would have committed to it, right now I would have been going to parties. I wouldn't have been selling out arenas as Joey Karate, but I would have been doing bar mitzvahs with a small nickel. You know what I'm saying? Like some fucking faggy
chopping
kid.
ham in half.
Yeah, we want Joey Karate. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, if I would have stuck with it, I think by now, like, really committed to it and got different geese and up the production value, like fire getting shot at me and shit. Shit. I would have been huge right now. I would have been going to kids' parties. I would have been like a fat superhero.
Around the same time, Joey got a deal with Verizon. They used to have this thing called Vcast when videos first started coming on phones. And he had this idea to have this thing called Fat Man on a Toilet. And what it is Joey Diaz sitting on a toilet naked, but then telling you the morning news or traffic or weather. And it was such a ridiculous idea. But Joey's like, you got to come record me over at my friend's house. It's 120 degrees in this bathroom in the side of this house. And I have a camera. I'm right in front of a naked Joey Diaz on the toilet, and we were just doing cut after cut after cut of like, all right, today the stock market, blah blah blah, like that.
Oh,
and then the woman who owned the house's wife, or the person who owned the house's wife, he's like a movie producer or something, I forget. But she came in with lemonade. Remember? She's like, "Would you guys like any lemonade?" She just looks over at Joey naked on the toilet, and I remember thinking like, "What the fuck am I doing with my life right now?" Like the smell in that room, and then I started throwing the toilet paper, and I hit you in the balls.
Oh my God. But here's the funny thing. Let me tell you something about that concept. Let me tell you what the funny thing about that concept was. That concept would have worked 4 years ago. We were actually 7 years ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Because right now, if I put that Periscope, if I put a camera,
Vine.
If I fucking take Periscope and every morning I wake up and I take a shit and I do it on Periscope with weed, soda, the fucking newspaper, the fucking TV, and I announce the news, like while I'm watching the news, I'm just taking a shit, the camera's on me, and I got a newspaper, I got something to eat in there.
You should do it right now.
No, but I gotta know where to shit and I don't have to shit.
You have a fancy toilet now, so you could also get in with the toilet manufacturers like Toto or something, and they can start sending you them. And then that'd be a good idea right now. I think it would have been perfect for Snapchat.
What I really want to do right now is the other night, that night I sent Lee the video of Deer Hunter. I was going through some, in fact, we're going to play these two real quick. I want you to play Would I Lie to You by the Eurythmics. You know, I'm sick and fucking tired of hearing about women and their rights and how they should act. And it's, no. I'm not going off on a bad tangent here. You know, it's like, it seems like, especially in Studio City, I talk to this girl on my block. And every time I talk to her, I get depressed, dog. Because I know her for 30 years, and she used to be a strong fucking woman. And now she's bought into this hype. Okay? I want you to watch this, Lee. You're going to die. Who's in the beginning of this video?
That's Joey's song.
That's my song.
Ryan's song is something different.
He released that song in on my birthday, and one of my favorite Cuban singers, Benny Murray, died on my birthday. You know what? I'm ready for a fucking cocktail.
Oh shit! You're going deep tonight.
Yeah, because that wore off.
Can I grab one of those?
It took 2 hours for it to wear off. One fucking beer. That's the amateur I am, Lisa.
Where's that lighter at?
Right here.
Open it like a man.
No, you're gonna break the fucking thing, and then, oh shit! Here you go. Look at him. Oh shit! Salute. Fuck it. We need a cocktail from time to time to loosen you up. That's a true story, bro. The doctor told my mom to stop drinking. 10 days later, she died. Once you got booze in your system, keep going.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I'm never going to stop smoking pot. I'll do it at night or maybe in the morning, but I always keep THC in the veins at one point or another, whether it's some CBD juice, something.
I grew up so different. Everyone in Ohio has a cocktail every night. You know, like my dad has a beer every night on his back patio or a margarita, but he does it every day and he doesn't drink till he blacks out. But
what is the difference between having a drink every day or two and being an alcoholic? I've always been astonished by that question because I just don't understand it.
Here's how I look at it. If you're eating a meal and you have a drink with it, I don't see a deal or something wrong, but I can never just wake up and crack open a beer. I would puke just from the idea of that. I have to have a reason, kind of.
I've done it.
I don't know.
I like the taste of beer more now than when I was younger. But I grew up in the 70s. And in America in the 70s, in every show, no matter what show you watched, even if when you went to somebody's home or a place of office, they always, even Dynasty, okay? Dynasty was not in the 70s. But whenever you went into what's-his-name's office, he gave you a whiskey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You used to have a little liquor bar.
Right. On wheels, right, at work. You always had a little wheel at work and like a table, and people would get like a bottle of whiskey and put it in a different bottle, so you didn't know what it was.
Like a big, pretty glass crystal.
Yeah, like crystal. And then you'd have like a bucket with ice cubes. And as soon as you walked in the office tonight, without asking you, there was no asking in the 70s. I just turned around, put ice cubes in, put 2 fingers of a thing and gave it to you. Yeah. You wouldn't have the heart to say to me, is this gin or is this whiskey or rye? I don't really drink it. You drank it.
Yeah.
In the 70s, when somebody offered you something, you drank it. So I grew up watching that. I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait to be able to go to somebody's house and for them to give me a drink, you know. But I got drunk as early when I was a kid, so I hated alcohol. So I had to work myself slowly back into the farm system. I started drinking from Boone's Farm. And
delicious. Strawberry Fields. You should try that.
Strawberry Fields.
Little mixy.
The Mickey. Apple. Do they still have the apple?
Apple, yeah. The apple, what was it? Green apple.
Cider and shit. But when I was a kid, there was a thing called malt duck.
Mindori.
Ugh, no, that sucks ass.
Mindori melon or whatever it was.
I never drank those fucking things.
Mindori sour.
I liked malt ducks. That's how much of a half a girl I was. Malt duck was half beer, half apple cider.
Oh, that sounds good.
And they used to sell like in the Bronx and shit. So when I go over to cop coke or weed, I think I was bad. I'd brown bag of malt duck. People didn't know what the fuck I was drinking.
Yeah.
And I tried. I really, really tried to drink. Like till this day, I have everything at the house. I have champagne. I got red wine. I think I'm going to try a little bit of red wine twice a week.
Red wine's great. I love it with a nice steak. Like something meaty and red wine, perfect. I don't drink much at home.
I was going to nominate you, but I was like, there's no way you're going to stand out on your front lawn in a bathing suit and pour ice water on your head.
You never know. You never know. If it's for a good cause, and maybe I'll write a check, $50, $100. You know, you never know.
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
what it's all about.
It's scary. I mean, my grandmother didn't have ALS, but she had Alzheimer's, which is basically the same, and that's genetics. And now I'm worried about my mom. And Seth Rogen had that thing a few months ago where he went in front of someone in Congress and was talking about it, and it's just that's really like that's one of the ones where like this kid was healthy. Like I'm trying to get healthier now. And there's just some stuff, no matter how healthy you get, like you have a bad roll of like genetic cards or something. But we have a call coming in.
What's up, Danny B?
Oh, you tell me, brother man. How's everything?
Good. No, last night I'm sitting there minding my own fucking business, going through the channels, and I'm watching Carolina play somebody last night, and I'm sitting there going, it's amazing that it's fucking football season again. And usually I just watch it for a minute. I watched a quarter. In fact, I call Lee and I go, Lee, I'm sitting here watching football. He goes, I can't. I go, yeah, I'm scratching a fucking itch. You know, you get sick and tired of not having football on. And listen, man, I always started as a football fan, but as life gets real, you got to cut the fantasy shit out. So I cut away from football. I can't sit there anymore, Danny, and watch 3 games like we used to 30 years ago on a Sunday. I wish I could. Well,
you know what? Because you got responsibility now. Back in the day, we had none, and I get it. For me, it comes natural because it's part of what I do. But for the average guy, you know, unless they're betting the game, those guys can't help themselves. But yeah, I get it. It's tough to sit down as you get older watching a football or a baseball game in its entirety. I'm a peeker. I peek, man. Like I don't even like to see the shit, folks. I got money on a game. I peek at it. I come back 10 minutes later. I peek because I'll tell you why. I had the Colts the other night, 26-0 over the Giants with 10 minutes left in the game. They lost 27-26.
Did they really?
That's why, you know, yeah, it fucking killed me, man. I was looking at the score. I didn't watch the game. I said, all right, 26-0, 10 minutes left in the game. I wake up the next day, I saw the final score, I almost puked my breakfast up. That's why these games fuck you up, man. But yeah, it is good to have football here. But reality, yeah, it's tough to watch a full football game these days.
Let me ask you something. I was talking to Lee last night, and Lee I go, Lee, you're not watching because I don't watch preseason. And I go, it's amazing that people are betting right now already. He goes, how much? And I broke it down I go, Lee, most people right now, like North Bergen people grew up with, and like last night, they bet a 5-timer, $25, maybe a 5-time parlay, $50 to watch the game. And to them, that's what they're doing. It's a reason to watch the game. Mm-hmm. You don't have everybody gambling, but you got to.
Well, listen, I'll tell you what. There's some sick bastards out there. I got a client that rock and rolls. He don't care. I'm telling him to bet 500 on the game, but he can't do it. So he's betting $3,000 a game on preseason games.
Oh my God!
So yeah. You have to have a couple
action
of
is action, baby.
But
action is action.
So when good gamblers are breaking down games, they're looking at who's playing, but with preseason, they're bringing in people who aren't even going to make the team like that.
Yeah, good point, Lee. Here's the thing with preseason. A lot of people say, you're crazy playing it. Certain teams have a different itinerary. They're checking out defensive backs. They know who's doing what. Look for a team with depth, like quarterbacks fighting for each other, fighting for the number one spot. Look what Pete Carroll did in Seattle game. He had Russell Wilson in with 2 minutes left in the first half. He almost got hurt, too. So he's playing to win. He ain't fucking around. So preseason for the average guy, back the fuck off. But guys that have the edge, you follow the money. That's simple. For me, I just follow the sharp guys, and, they make money more times than they lose, Lee. That's simple. But, back off the preseason because it is a crapshoot.
It's amazing how I look at the Twitter timelines. From time to time, I see you hustling. I see the Philly Godfather hustling. But I see a couple new people on the horizon that are getting retweeted by people that are on the computer. It's amazing how much life changes, but it's really amazing how the trends change, Danny. 20 years ago, you'd have to call people all fucking day. Now they're on the computer. They're on the fucking computer figuring it out. And you could sell your product on the computer without even talking to the person.
Well, the problem is you can do that, but a lot of guys ain't qualified to sell a product. So anybody with a website and a Twitter account's making money, because, most guys are okay at it, but push comes to shove. This ain't easy. When you're betting your own money, and how many of those guys are actually betting their own money? That's the thing. Are they really betting, or are they selling picks because, they got nothing to lose, So, they come a dime a dozen these days. I'm scratching my head. I'm scratching my head. Every time I turn around, but there's some legitimate guys out there. I get them on podcast, a couple of real sharp players out there, but they're far and few between, brother. What else did I want to say? Yeah, I hear you were in Kentucky or Tennessee not too long ago.
I was in Kentucky this last weekend, man.
How did that go for you?
Kentucky's listen, man. I practice what I preach. I'm not going to come on this fucking podcast and tell you motherfuckers that I love Smallville, USA. I love visiting Smallville, USA. I do it more than most of the people I know. I love that small mentality. I love going to see people in their most primitive effect, Anybody can go to Chicago. Anybody can go to New York. Go do comedy in Paducah, at a coffee shop, with 60 people who drove from Louisville, Kentucky to see you. 4 hours. People who drove from Cincinnati. You. It was a great feeling, man. And I like being in the heartlands of places. Anybody could go to North Bergen. Go to the middle of New Jersey. Go to the middle of New Jersey where there's fucking mountain lions and shit. And you have a conversation with them. I remember when the shore was different. Remember when the shore was just, I always felt bad for the shore people because for 4 months a year, they got tormented. They got tormented by assholes like me and fucking Darren Rago and fucking, for 4 months. Yeah. And I remember when Frankie Edgar first came on the scene in the UFC and he started beating people. One of the first bets I ever made in the UFC with my wife was UFC 100 was Frankie Edgar when he beat Sean Shirk, and nobody could believe it. And I remember telling Joe Rogan on the way back, I go, I grew up down there. Those kids were forced to be tough. Those little shore motherfuckers, those little dirty dogs, as I used to call them, those dudes would fight you to the death down there.
Yeah, they were tough. We had some good times down there. You're right. We tormented that town wherever, Belmar, Seaside. We picked a new city every year.
Manasquan. Well, no, you evolved. You first started at Seaside, Lavalette.
Seaside.
And then you went to Belmar, and then you went to Manasquan, and then you went to those other shores.
What was that place in Belmar that we used to, that the roof is on fire place? Remember that song, The Roof is, what the fuck was that?
There was one place, Montego Bay, where we were eating Quaaludes like a motherfucker.
Montego Bay. Dude, I remember many times waking up in the parking lot at like 10 in the morning, the owner kicking me like, hey, Dan, we're getting ready to open the club. You mind moving over?
Yeah, no.
I'd be like, what? I had rocks in my face from the little stones. We had some good times, though. A lot of laughs. 10 people piling up in a one.
Because they would marinate it for 3 or 4 days and cut it into chunks and put it on barbecue, on kebabs. Oh, shit. Marination is important. I tell my wife's one of those that when I married her, it's a piece of chicken with pepper and salt on it. That's not cooking. That's not cooking. You got to figure this out. And then we would sit together and look up recipes.
I do vinegar and lemon a lot.
Yeah, no. Today I made a fucking halibut with her. We took a little teriyaki. I was in jiu-jitsu, and on the way back, she goes, what do you want to do with that halibut? I go, you know what? Something different today. I go, get aluminum foil, put some lemon juice in there, some fucking teriyaki, and close it up with a piece of butter. You should have tasted that fucking halibut when I got home. There's a lot, I like cooking. I don't like messy cooking. Like, I'm not good at, I don't like cutting things because if I cut myself, I'll faint.
I know. Do you guys talk about that a lot, about how Joey Diaz, if he sees the sight of blood, he faints?
Did I ever faint in front of you?
Huh? You got close, I think. Right. I think when I pulled that girl's tampon out and tried to eat it in front of you.
No, you didn't remember that shit. No. No, I can't.
Let me see if I have any blood on me.
No, I'm all right with that shit. Like before when you were fucking around with that lighter and you opened up the bottle, I go, if that thing broke, I'd have to run out of here. I couldn't even finish the fucking podcast.
Yeah.
Because even I'm getting hypnotized now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm on my 4th session Tuesday.
Oh, God.
And I'm getting hypnotized to control my fear of breathing in jiu-jitsu, but I'm also trying to control my fear of needles.
Do you think it works? You think it's working?
I breathed heavy today and I didn't have any fear, so little by little, I listened to the tapes at home. She made me come home and listen to a couple hypnotic tapes of saying, breathe, 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 breathe. So I do that, I breathe, It's important to me to go to jiu-jitsu. It really is at this age, man. Yeah. I was talking to a friend of mine. He said that he works with a guy that has one of those wheels, Lee. He's 80 years old. You know those wheels that you hold?
The scooters, like mongooses.
No. The shit to do exercise with.
Oh.
You ever see those wheels that you go like this and you do like ab rollers?
Oh, yeah.
He says he does 10 sets of 30 ab rolls a day. He's fucking 78 years old or something like that. And we were discussing about, in today's America, how you could decide how you're going to get old. Like it wasn't like our grandparents. Like our grandparents got old, they got fucked up and died. In today's America, the most important thing is that 60-year-olds are active. And they're doing crazy shit. I'm 54. In 6 years, I'm going to be 60 fucking years old. Next year, I can get 15% off at Denny's like a motherfucker, cool. Okay? It's cool, but it's not cool. It means I got to take care of myself, dog. The fuck, it's cool. The fuck is wrong with you? It's cool, but it's not cool, So it means I choose, in America today, you decide how you're going to age. You decide whether or not you're going to do movement, or you're going to do sit-ups or push-ups every fucking day, or eat better, or you're just going to fucking fade away.
I double sleep.
You double sleep. I remember when I called you the other day. I mean, even your dad has started living a little better, hasn't he, not Lee?
Oh, yeah, he's been living a lot.
I see him with pictures with young people lately.
He likes
taking pictures. He's changed. He'd hit a corner. He's still probably getting a little evil, hitting a pill here from there.
I hope not, but he's always really loved. I don't even know how to describe them. They're not like I guess maybe self-improvement seminars, and he's done them for as long as I've been alive, and he did a whole bunch. He's made a bunch of new friends, and that's all he's ever wanted down there.
I see that he's taking pictures. You could decide how you want to go out these days, bro. And I'm thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to keep going to jiu-jitsu. I don't give a fuck if I get beat up or I can't breathe. Because even like a day like today, I didn't do much today. I rolled maybe one fucking time. Everything else was drilling. And there's this kid, Marco, that's 255. And he's going into a competition. And he's going to be wrestling kids that are 30 pounds heavier than him. So I just been getting on top of him and resting and fucking around. Just so he gets used to it. I told him, I go, if you could push me around at 297, a guy that's 260 gets on top of you, you're going to throw him around. You know exactly how to position yourself and shit. So today I basically went to jiu-jitsu just to help him out. We went over some fucking throws he's going to do. I made him get a B plan. Like if you go for this type of...
How much does he weigh?
Marco probably weighs 245.
Oh, so he's still a pretty big guy.
He's a big guy.
Okay, I was thinking like he was like this small guy and you're just laying flat on him.
He's not gonna, He's not going to fight out. He's going to fight guys that are up to like 275. He said 285. And he goes, they're going to be fucking big, Joey. So as soon as I got there, he called me, went to the back of the octagon, and I just did simple things to him, but that fucking made me sweat like a motherfucker. Then the class started, and we did calisthenics, and then me and him drilled together today. Like, we drilled the whole time, but the class went over, so we only got to break guards and stuff like that. And when the class is that small on Sundays, I was one of the higher belts. Like, I was like the second highest belt in the fucking place today. So that means I had to get on my back, so I just let people pass my guard, and I broke a sweat, and then I wrestled with him for 10 minutes, and I fucking went home. Today's a light day. Tomorrow's my heavy day. Tuesday will be a heavy day, and then if I can make it Tuesday, I'm going to try to go to jiu-jitsu Monday and Wednesday this week. But
that's great that you're doing that, man.
I have to do
You make
something.
me feel lazy about myself.
Listen, man, I always thought that when you were young, you had to work out. I realized recently that as you get older, you got to take care of yourself even a little better, you know, even a little better. You know, I'm really heavy on sleep. You know, I'm really heavy on sleep now. Like I used to be, I'd get home tonight and I'd fuck around and watch 22 of these videos. And dog, I used to pull Rogan's. You ever go on the road with Rogan and he'd be half asleep watching fight videos, and you're like, Joe, go to bed. And he'd be fucking like refused to go to bed.
Yeah, I've always been like that my whole life.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys. That'll kill you.
Oh yeah, but I also make up for it, you know.
Do you sleep? Yeah, you sleep.
I sleep like a crazy motherfucker.
Oh no.
I wake up and work and then go back to sleep and then wake up and work and like it's ridiculous. Like my it's pretty much
I wake up,
naps.
work, get really stoned, and then pass the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like tonight, I'll go home early, and I'll fucking get up at 5 tomorrow.
Yeah.
On a Monday, I love getting up at fucking 5.
In the morning.
Oh, she can do a little work. She doesn't have to go to school, so she'll sleep till 8:30.
Oh, that's great.
We'll get up, we'll have breakfast together. Tomorrow, they're going to the zoo. It's going to be 100 fucking degrees. So tomorrow, they go to the zoo. I go to 2 or 3 classes of jiu-jitsu. I come back, I got to go to the ear doctor tomorrow at 3:15.
I love going to the zoo. It's so great.
Really?
I
Still
love it.
the LA Zoo?